So today is Tuesday, December 24th, Christmas Eve. All right, we got another devotional for today. All right, we're going to start with the Psalms and Proverbs. All right, and so starting with Psalm 141, New King James Version. Prayer for safekeeping from wickedness, a psalm of David. Lord, I cry out to you. Make haste to me. Give ear to my voice when I cry out to you. Let my prayer be set before you as incense, the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Do not incline my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men who work iniquity. Do not let me eat of their delicacies. Let the righteous strike me. It shall be a kindness. Let him rebuke me. It shall be excellent oil. Let my head not refuse it. For still my prayers against the deeds of the wicked. Their judges are overthrown by the sides of the cliff. They hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the mouth of the grave. When one plows and breaks up the earth. But my eyes are upon you, O God the Lord. In you I take refuge. Do not leave my soul destitute. Keep me from the snares they have laid for me, and from the traps of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while I escape safely. And again, I'm leaving the links below if you want to go and read this for yourself, which I highly encourage. And then we're moving on to Proverbs 17, New King James Version. The Lord tests the hearts. Better is a dry morsel with quietness than a house full of feasting with strife. A wise servant will rule over a son who causes shame, will share an inheritance among the brothers. The refining pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the hearts. An evildoer gives heed to false lips. A liar listens eagerly to a spiteful tongue. He who mocks the poor reproaches his maker. He who is glad at calamity will not go unpunished. Children's children are the crown of old men, and the glory of children is their father. Excellent speech is not becoming to a fool, much less lying lips to a prince. A present is a precious stone in the eyes of its possessor. Wherever he turns, he prospers. He who covers a transgression seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates friends. Rebuke is more effective for a wise man than 100 blows on a fool. An evil man seeks only rebellion, therefore a cruel messenger will be sent against him. Let a man meet a bear robbed of her cubs, rather than a fool in his folly. Whoever rewards evil for good, evil will not depart from his house. The beginning of strife is like releasing water. Therefore stop contention before a quarrel starts. He who justifies the wicked, he who condemns the just, both of them are alike, an abomination to the Lord. Why is there in the hand of a fool the purchase price of wisdom, since he has no heart for it? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. A man devoid of understanding shakes hands in a pledge, becomes surety for his friend. He who loves transgressions loves strife. He who exalts his gate seeks destruction. He who has a deceitful heart finds no good. He who has a perverse tongue falls into evil. He who begets a scoffer does so to his sorrow. The father of a fool has no joy. A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. A wicked man accepts the bribe behind the back to pervert the ways of justice. Wisdom is in the sight of him who has understanding, but the eyes of a fool are at the ends of the earth. The foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her who bore him. Also to punish the righteous is not good, nor to strike princes for their uprightness. He who has knowledge spares his words, and a man of understanding is of a calm spirit. Even a fool is counted wise when he holds his peace. When he shuts his lips, he is considered perspective. I really like that last one. I've kind of heard it put another way. That by remaining quiet, some may think you a fool. It's when you open your mouth that you remove all doubt. And then moving on into the daily encouragement. Talking about the book, The Song of Solomon. It's a book about human love. About the love between a man and a woman. It's a book of love poetry, and such poetry is beautiful. Lovely in thought and expression. Especially passionate, its words burn with an unquenchable fire. Extravagant, particularly in this description of the beloved. You are all fair, my love, and there is no spot on you. His mouth is most sweet. Yes, he is altogether lovely. This is my beloved, and this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. This is a book for lovers, says Campbell Morgan. Cool, calculating, mechanical man who dislikes this book has never been in love and probably never will be. His book is in the book of God, for love comes from God. That includes this sort of love. Such love began when God, when he brought the first woman to the first man. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother, be united to his wife. They'll become one flesh. The richest blessing rests upon it still. Do you ever think, says Catherine Booth, wife of the great general himself, how kind it was of God to make such a relationship a holy one, so that his own children may realize more bliss in it than any other. And another verse from Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. My beloved spoke and said to me, rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. And again, I'm leaving all the links on these if you want to check them out. And just as a kind of afterthought on this particular encouragement for today, I've often thought of that, how at a time when man was closer to God than we've ever been, before we fell, before the fall, before the sin, before the first sin, we were closer to God than we've ever been. Yet it was God who said that it's not good for man to be alone, and then created Eve. So, all right. So, always interested in your comments and or prayer requests. So, go ahead and leave me a note. All right. Be happy to hear from you. All right. Have a blessed day and a Merry Christmas.